Draw this afternoon. How do the team reflect on that draw?
Probably overall feeling is disappointment. Obviously get off to a good start. Outrageous feat from Namdi. We see that day in, day out. He's in five-a-side. He just does that all the time, makes people look silly. Wins a penalty. Obviously, I then score. Then they sort of have a good little spell, really, pull us apart a little bit, get out too easy on the throw-in, which happened probably time and time again all day, really. They score, to them, good goals, to us, probably cheap, easy goals. But most goals are when you flip it like that. Then we show good fight, get back in the game, good finish from Butts, get ahead, another outrageous strike from Cots. And then it's just so disappointing to concede like that at the end. Set play where we've been really good from set plays recently. Defend the first contact, get up, and then I think Nams obviously tries to block it on the line. Just ricochet straight to their man, and they get the equaliser. And yeah, I think the overall feeling is disappointment.
I was talking to the gaffer after the game. What's the thoughts in the changing room? Is that 1 point gained or is that 2 points lost this afternoon?
I think on the face of it, it's a point gained. Current feeling is 2 points dropped. But in the end, they sort of had a little bit of an onslaught as well. So it's important not to go on and lose the game. But yeah, I think a point gained in the right direction.
A point in the right direction, and of course still unbeaten in 8 games now at the Niger Leedy County Ground. It's becoming a force for us here, for teams to come and play against us.
Yeah, 100%. You can see the fans when we went 2-1 down, they get right behind us. And in that roar when you scored a second, and then obviously again when Cott scored, it's just a shame that we couldn't convert it into a win and see the game out. But yeah, it's important to make your home ground a fortress, like you say, and then pick up as many points you can away from home.
Port Vale, obviously a team that are at the top end of the table, and does that really show how far we've come as a group now that we're putting up against performances against teams like Port Vale?
Yeah, I think so. I think when we played them at their place, they were maybe top of the league, second maybe, flying high. Then they've dipped a bit, and then we go to play them again. I think they won 3 out of the last 4, so probably not ideal time to play them when they're in good form. But again, they probably would have been thinking not great time to play us. So I think it does show where we've come, but there's still loads to do to get to where we want to. If that's this season, if not, then we've got to start building blocks to get to where we want to next season.
Arguably missing 2 really key important players this afternoon in Gavin Kilkenny and Ollie Clark, but Joel Cottrell, Aaron Drennan come in and slotting in with such ease as well. Yeah,
I think obviously they're big players for us. Your captain, and then Gav's played a lot of minutes in midfield for us. But obviously Drins is in great form. I mean, maybe not quite the numbers that you'd like a Harry Smith, but the numbers he puts in terms of regains, in terms of dribbles and endeavour, I think he's really, really important for us at the moment. Hopefully it's just cramp at the end, I'm not sure, I've not spoke to him properly. So hopefully that's not a muscle injury, but he's been really important to us. And obviously, yeah, Cott's come in, it was a great tackle at 0-0. I think when we give the ball away, and then obviously goes and gets his goal, and he's got that in him. We've seen, I think he scored from outside the box at Exeter maybe early in the season. He's got a great right foot, and so as soon as he hit that, it's tough to save because the way he strikes the ball, it's moving all over the place and it flies into the top corner. So yeah, I think we got the squad now that's fighting for places, and I think you can make 3 or 4 changes, and we've changed shape recently, and we look a good side. So long may that continue.
On a personal note, 12 yards out from goal and you slot it home, it must feel good to get another goal.
Yeah, it was quite nice to hit the target, really. I actually felt a little bit of nerves before that. I was thinking, do I go back to what I know with the slow run up and a little bit of a stutter? But having missed 2 this season, you think, if I miss again doing that, it don't look great. But luckily it went in for me. I was going to go where he went, and I saw him move early, so I just closed my foot. It was probably a little bit too close to the post for my liking, but it's in the back of the net, and I think that's 5 league goals for the season. Obviously, because that goal last week was mine as well. So yeah, 5 goals for the season. I'm happy with that, and hopefully I can score some more before the end.
Before we talk about the fans, because they're incredible this afternoon, I want to talk about the relationship that you're building as a back four. Obviously, recently changed to a back four. Tamisi to your side, and then obviously Delaney and then Kaney slotting in so perfectly at the moment.
Yeah, Kane, he's such a good footballer. He's so clever. Probably hasn't had the minutes that he wants. He's not playing in the position he probably wants. But I've just spoke to him there. I think he enjoyed the game today, and that helps with your performance. I thought he's been very good since he slotted in at left back. But he might lack it in pace, but he's so clever that he positions himself so right, and you don't really see many people get past him. And he's so good on the ball that it brings a different side to us when we're in possession. So. Yeah, and Delaney's been in such good form lately. Probably since the moment at Colchester, the whole team, obviously himself, and I think he got pulled off at half hour maybe. So that stings, and I think he's shown some serious character to come back from where he's been. Obviously, he missed a lot of pre-season with his knee injury, and then he's getting up to speed, and then that happens, and I think it shows that the character he's got, that he's come through that, and he's been a leader, a standout defender. So long may that continue for him. And Tamishi, you know what you're getting with Tamishi. He's so fast. I wish I had that pace, but he's so fast. He covers you so well. Sometimes maybe lacks a bit of concentration at times, but that's the level. I do the same. So it's important for us to keep on at each other. He keeps me concentrated, I keep him concentrated, and at the moment it seems to be working okay. We'd probably like some more clean sheets. I think we need to stop conceding so many goals, and then we'll become a proper side at the division. Long may it continue. But now we've got to build on some clean sheets, and that'll only help us going forward.
Grant Hall back in the squad today, and Joel McGregor getting some minutes, so it'd be good to have some defensive reinforcements as well.
Yeah, and attacking with Joel, what he did at the end was outrageous, and I'd have just loved him to get that pass off, because I think Glatz as well is in good form, that you get him in front of goal there, and I think we killed the game. It's good to have them back. Obviously, I went down with a bit of cramp today, which doesn't happen often to me, but it sort of caught me by surprise. Said to Granty, I was like, at least you're on the bench ready to go, whereas we haven't had that over the last few weeks. Obviously, we've got players that are versatile that can move in, but you probably would have been looking at Ollie Clark to go centre half, and he's not there today, so you'd have had to move Tamishi in, which is then lucky that he got Joel back, because he'd have had to go to right back. So it's good that we got those bodies back. It's just about keeping them fit now and getting them up to speed as quick as possible, and it's only going to help us strengthen. So we need everyone.
Two key moments in that game, obviously your recovery challenge late in the game as well, and also Jack Bycroft making a really fantastic stop in added time as well to keep the game level.
Yeah, it was a great save. It's a big moment in the game, and I'm happy for Jack, because obviously we've got Connor come in, so that there's even more competition for that place. I don't think Con's come here to be number 2, and Jack's not here to be number 2. They're both fighting for that number 1 shirt, so he's had a big moment in the game today. It stopped us from losing the game. So, obviously that recovery, I think it was probably lucky I was chasing their number 8 down. He's not the quickest, but I managed to get the right side of him and then clear the ball. Yeah, it's probably, if it was anyone else for them, then maybe, no disrespect to him, he might get away, but it's all part of it, isn't it? We're trying and go and get the winner, so sometimes you can leave yourself vulnerable, but like I said earlier, it was important not to lose the game from that position.
Just lastly, let's talk about the fans, because they're an incredible voice, obviously getting us back in the game in the first half as well, but fantastic voice throughout when we turn our attention to Harrogate next week as well. Yeah,
they've been massive. A massive away following as well, selling out at Newport, and all of those bodies going up to Carlisle is just, I can't fathom it sometimes. Like the way they support us is unbelievable. We're trying to put more bums on seats here at the Nigel Eady County Ground, but that only comes with wins, and I think we're seeing that. So the more wins, the more performances, I think the more people will come through the gates, and it can only help us. And listen, we've all got an end goal in mind that is similar to everyone inside the building, and we need everyone to get there. So hopefully they keep coming, enjoying what they're seeing, and we can get to that end goal together, because it'll be some achievement if we do.